What's up, YouTube? I'm going to do another knife review here. This is going to be on the Eric Elson Tac 1 flipper. Disclaimer, this knife is actually no longer available. Eric Elson doesn't make knives anymore, so I just wanted to get that out of the way just in case anybody tried to go and look on where to purchase this knife after the video. Now that we got that out of the way, with that being said, this knife is actually kind of rare because of that. So I got it at True North Knives a while ago. Came with a nice little nylon zipper pouch here with your T&K leather patch there. Standard, zipper case with your felt lining. When it did come with a lanyard, but I'm not really a big fan of lanyards for the most part, so I just took it off. So pretty cool, storage case. More of a presentation thing, really. But here you have the Eric Elson Tac 1. It's a titanium frame lock, and it is a flipper. So we have a kind of grayish, greenish G10 show scale here. Very fine texture to it, but it does have more aggressive jimping in some important places, which we'll get into in a minute. You see it has large body screws. I think that the body screws take a T10 Torx and the pivot takes a T6, but do not quote me on that. Titanium lock side here, very nicely finished. I'm not sure if the clip is titanium or not. I think it is, but the clip is actually reversible, tip up, tip down, only on the right side only. And you can see he included some filler screws there if you want to swap that clip. So that's pretty cool. I think it gives it a more cleaner look than just to have the two drilled out holes there. You can see it has very nice looking standoffs, which are heat colored. So I'm assuming they're titanium as well. Alright, let's see that blade. Nice kind of modified Warncliffe blade there. Interesting finish on it. Looks kind of like a brushed satin. It almost looks hand rubbed or hand sanded. You can see see if I can show you the Elson logo there. It's pretty faint, but it is there. There you go. And the blade is S30V. You do have to preload this one. Build up pressure behind the flip and kind of push button it, and then it flies out for you. Give you another look at that blade there. Very interesting. Very attractive knife in my opinion. You have your jimping towards the end here, and then you have your jimping right around there. Feels good in hand. You can see where the cutting edge is, relative to the handle, so it's kind of downward. So when you're cutting, there's a lot of clearance there for your fingers, which is pretty cool. One thing here, you can see there's kind of a recessed area for, there you can kind of see it, on either side, on the G10 and the titanium for your finger when you're coming down off the flip. But the problem with that is having the recessed area is nice, but then there's that aggressive jimping there. So it kind of, if you're going to be flipping it over and over and over again, it will start to hurt on your finger. But if you're going to be doing it every once in a while, just when you're cutting things, then it's no problem. Like I said, very nice knife overall, in my opinion. We'll do some size comparisons here in a minute after some close-up shots. So you can see the lockup here. Pretty early lockup, sitting at about maybe 25-30%. This knife is actually on nylon washers, and you'll be surprised how small they are. So considering that, it flips very well. Seems everything these days is running on bearings. All right, let's do some size comparisons here. Some knives in similar price points and similar materials. We have the large Sebenza 21, and we have the Hinder XM18 3.5 inch. Of course, I tried to put the camera directly above so that perspective doesn't fool you with the sizes. Maybe we can do. Let's do this. There we go. So you can see they're all really similar in size and in materials actually. S35VN, S35VN, S30V. The G10 colors on the Hinder are kind of similar. This is Battleship Gray. This is more green on the TAC 1. Actually, these are both flippers, both titanium frame locks. Very similar to these two. And you can see the Hinder has jimping behind the flipper as well, but it's not overly aggressive. So it doesn't hurt the finger too much. You can see how it's kind of more spaced out on the TAC 1. But anyway, so those are some, let's get some closed comparisons. Weird maneuvering behind the tripod. Gotta get this lighting situation sorted out, but there you go. It's all gonna make similar impressions in the pocket. Maybe the Elson is a little wider than your Sebenza, definitely. Being that this is the Warncliffe, it's kind of similar. It's very similar to the TAC 1. So there you go. Let's get some more maybe accurate measurements here. Alright, here we go. Okay, so we are looking at maybe a 3 1/4 inch cutting edge. If we're measuring to the pivot, maybe about 3 3/4. And overall, you're looking at about 7 3/4 inches, which I think is a perfect size for EDC, in my opinion. Anywhere from like 7 to like 8 1/4 inches is perfect size for EDC. And in my opinion, kind of a medium, just bordering on a large, folding knife. So there you go, guys. That's the Eric Elson TAC 1 flipper. Very cool knife. Unfortunately, stopped making knives. Don't know why, because this is pretty cool. So there you go. That's the TAC 1. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys on the next one.